Hi, it's Mobile Max. It's Friday, December 5th, 2025, and I've been listening. Oh, by the way, this is just my opinion. No, just my opinion. I'm not stating any hard facts, but you can take it or leave it. My opinion. Listening to Kennedy, Senator Kennedy, detailing how 80,000 population of Somalis in Minnesota from 2021 or 2020 over like a 5-year period committed fraud and ripped off the state of Minnesota for $1 billion for fake NGOs, charities, whatever, demanding and creating programs to feed the Somalis or to take care of the autistic. The funny thing about this is if anybody in the government did any little bit of investigating, they'd find out it was complete fraud, because most of these NGOs and their employees were operating out of one building, like manufacturing all this fake data and filling out government forms and lying about everything. So the problem is you say, God, and the money's gone. It's already been shipped overseas. It's just that one factor, seeing that these organizations were shipping the money overseas, they could find out it was a total fraud. But it went on for 5 years. Just the small Somali population in Minneapolis, 80,000. And they all participated, even though they arrested about 80 of them. The whole community participated in the autistic program, detailed by Senator Kennedy, the autistic program. They didn't have any autistic Somalis, so they went to the families and offered them a bribe of $1,500 if they would let their children be detailed as autistic, and so they could rip off the democratic institutions in Minnesota. And in some small lower echelon employees in the government actually tried to find out what was going on, but their endeavors were slammed shut. The fraudulent NGOs would say, "We're going to sue you if you don't give us this money." In one instance, they demanded $180 million, and I'm pretty sure they got it. At any rate, it wouldn't have worked unless the whole Democratic machine in Minnesota wasn't in on it. They can threaten to sue you, and that threat carries weight. Why? Why does that threat? Because the people who make decisions, legal decisions, judges, were super radical liberal, letting criminals walk out on the street on their own recognizance, closing down prisons, letting hardened convicts out in the streets. So these judges were liberal, and if you got sued by a liberal plaintiff, chances are the judge is going to be on the plaintiff's side. Like, you want to turn in some evidence, the judge could rule it's not relevant. Not relevant. So these people were scared when they said they were going to get sued. I don't know, remember back then, but it happened in Los Angeles too. Closing down 5 prisons here. So the culpability of the Minnesota fraud lies in, the Somali community of 80,000, but also the complete democratic machine in Minnesota. Failed, and probably knowingly failed. Because in the end, when the people who make decisions, the ones detailed in the law that's supposed to stand for justice, are prejudiced and in on the fucking scam, well, you're screwed. Anyway, If you listen to Senator Kennedy detailing this incredible fraud, that's just the goddamn tip of the iceberg. The goddamn Democrats in every city created these NGOs, and there still are, stealing taxpayer money. Democrats don't give a shit about the taxpayer money. As far as they're concerned, it's their money. They do what they want. They take what they want. They're a bunch of goddamn mobsters. That's all I gotta say.